This is page 52 of Initiation into Hermetics from the PDF download. You can find a description of this video. And this is the first exercise, is step 3. And this is about combining the concentration exercise from step 2, the visual, auditory, the sensory feeling, the smelling, and the taste, and combining them together at the same time. And what you do here is you try doing 2 different sensory exercises at the same time, such as using visualization and auditory at the same time. And so what you want to do is sit in the asana position from the last step, where you're sitting with your back straight, with your knees at a 45-degree angle, your legs, with your hands resting on your knees and your legs resting on your legs. And you want to close your eyes and make a picture of anything. It could be a car, it could be like here he's talking about a clock hanging on the wall. So you can make a cuckoo clock, for instance, that's hanging on the wall, make an image of it and hold on to it. And as you do that, you want to hear the sound of the clock, like the pendulum on the clock going back and forth, click, click, click. So on this first exercise, I found that I had a hard time. There was almost an imbalance of trying to do the visualization and auditory at the same time. I found that with the other sensory functions, such as feeling, taste, and smelling, it was a little bit easier to do. Though I found that when I combined those, the taste and the smell and like the feeling with the visualization or the auditory, it wasn't as strong. Those senses weren't strong. They were kind of not as prevalent. I think possibly it's because it could be of the individual, their situation. But what you want to do is sit there and work on this imbalance. So take the visualization one and the auditory one, and sit there for 5 minutes and try and put them together. Like see for example, a car driving, and then the engine noise. So you would focus on the visualization of a car, and then you would add the sound of the engine making a vrooming noise or whatever, and sit there and try and hold on to it for 5 minutes. It's another 5-minute thing. You want to make it for 5 minutes doing it. And as he says here, and as you'll find doing it, you'll probably make it maybe a minute or so. It probably won't take, you probably won't be able to do it for the 5 minutes. You get distracted and then trying to concentrate on 2 different things at the same time. And so it'll probably take a couple of days to do this. He also says here, you can go on to the other senses. 5 minutes. You can try all the different ones. You can add the sense of smell. So this is probably going to take you, it took me maybe a day or 2 to do it. So you have to be able to, he says the end goal of this first thing is you have to hold on to 2 or 3 senses at the same time for these 5 minutes. And then you will feel that the exercise is complete. And like I say, once you figure it out and after doing it for a couple of days, you'll know to move on. You'll just be able to sit there and do it. It'll be easier after a day or 2 of doing it to get a visualization and a auditory concentration at the same time. And you can try the other senses too. But mostly I would do the visualization and the hearing. I think this is what this is about. I remember doing that. So just stick with it. Make sure in the asana position. Time yourself. Like I say, when you first start, it's going to be a bit of an imbalance because it's strange to sit there and visualize and hear something at the same time. But stick with it. In a couple of days, you'll probably be able to move on to the next step here.